Today's workout is workout number 5 from my Lose Your Mommy Pooch plan. We'll heal your diastasis recti and focus on rebuilding a stronger functional core for a flat belly. All you need is a mat. These workouts are designed to be done in order, so make sure you've done 1 through 4 before moving on to this one. Let's get started. Hey mamas, welcome to workout number 5 from my Lose Your Mommy Pooch workout plan. Today we are going to advance on workouts 1 through 4, so make sure you've done those first before moving to this one. We're going to start lying on our back in that supine position, so make sure you have your palms up or underneath your back, belly button pulled in towards spine, zipped up nice and tight, and we begin with a double bent leg lift. So knees come up over the hips, shins parallel to ceiling, lightly tap those toes, release. Let's do it again. Lift and then release. Pressing the low back into the floor, moving with control. When we start to lower the legs, make sure you press that low back toward the spine, keeping everything really tight, feet lower, nice and soft. So we're maintaining that pressure in the core. And rest. All right, we're gonna move on to a double bent leg lift. So we're gonna start with the knees over the hips, shins parallel to the ceiling, back pressing toward the floor. We're gonna take the legs down, around, and up. As we lower the legs, pressing the back toward the floor, taking the knees open just about a foot or two, not a super big movement there. We wanna focus on that lowering phase. The further we press the legs away, the harder it will be, so we want that back to maintain contact with the floor. And then stopping the knees over the hips at the top. This one's gonna get us some good adductor work and those glutes, and then also hip mobility, which is great for the core and the pelvic floor. And relax. Okay, we're gonna move on to a single straight leg extension. You've got 2 options here. You could keep one leg down or both legs up, but only one leg lowers at a time. So starting with that right leg, tap the heel, bring it back up. So you could keep that left leg straight up to the ceiling, or you could put the leg down for more leverage. We wanna move slow on that eccentric phase as we lower toward the floor, and we can bring it up a little bit quicker. I want you to tap the heel if you can, but if you can't quite get to the floor, go as low as you can where that back stays in contact with the mat. If it starts lifting, that's where you stop, and then you reset it. But we get a long interval, so I want you to focus on moving with control and trying to go the full range of motion that you possibly can. That's why I did timed intervals, so there's no rushing, there's no trying to get a certain number of reps. And rest. All right, we're gonna do the same thing other side. Let those legs relax for a second. Again, left leg up, right leg can be down or up, your choice. We're lowering nice and slow. You might find one side feels a little tighter or more challenging than the other, and that's totally normal. Again, just take it at your own pace. Moving with control. Just a few more seconds here. And rest. All right, we're gonna move on now to a bird dog crossover. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips. We're gonna extend the left arm and right leg, and then touch the knee to the elbow, open, and then if you want to, you can reset, or your second option is to just keep moving. Arm and leg stays in the air the whole interval. So I want you to try to bring the arm and leg together in the middle under that belly button. Knee pulls in, elbow meets it in the middle, so you get that hip rotation. You get into those obliques, making sure that opposite arm on the floor, hand is under the shoulder, knee is pressing into the mat, so we stay balanced, and that's gonna keep that pressure where we want it in the core. Now we've got a long interval, so if you need to put it down for a second and then come back to it, go for it. Make sure that foot is flexed, heels pointing up, toes are down, thumb is up in that hand moving, and we rest. Push back your hips to your heels for just a second, and we repeat it on the other side. Then start to feel those shoulders work too. Lift, cross it over. Reach, pushing through that heel as we come back, as we extend, reaching through that arm to feel that stretch, and then we tuck, bringing that knee toward the elbow. Again, taking care, make sure you're not shifting back as you do that little oblique twist. Almost there, you guys. This one's intense, so if you need to, like I said, you can put the hand down for a second, reset the core. And rest. All right, we're moving on to a bear plank with the 10-second hold. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips, tuck your toes. We're gonna lift, so inflate the belly. Exhale, lift for 10, 9, 8, 7, knees slightly off the floor, 5, 4, pressing through the hands, 3, 2, 1. Quick release, deep breath in. Inflate the belly, exhale, zip it in, pull it in, lift for 10, 9, just hovering off the floor, 7, shoulders over wrists, 5, 4, keep that belly in, 3, 2, 1. Shift back if you need to, breathe in, breathe out. Lift for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna get one more. And lift for 10, 9, 8, almost there, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I went a little over on that one, but we got it done. Okay, elbow under shoulder, clam hip lift. Hips in line with the elbow, we're gonna lift the hips up, open the knees, close the knees, and then drop the hips down. Join me when you can. Lift, open, close, lower. If you want to, you can keep the hips on the floor, just open and close, but I want you in either position. Make sure you're not here. You're lifted through your waistline, shoulders away from your ear, pressing through that forearm. And then we're pushing the knees open using those adductors, those glutes. You can also stay up here if you want to. You don't have to lower and tap the hips. But I want you to make sure you're staying in control, moving with quality technique, keeping those heels together, and really zipping that core up using those obliques. Last one, and we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So flip around, elbow under shoulder, hips and heels in line. Brace that belly, lift, open, close, and light tap. So just like we did in those exercises where we're dropping the legs, this one we're dropping the hip with that same just gentle, light tap. So we're keeping that pressure in the core. This one's again great for the glutes, the hip mobility, and the shoulders. All muscles that are a part of getting a stronger core. Good, and you can really feel that connection, or at least I can, to my deep core muscles, my pelvic floor muscles here. And release. Okay, last movement of the workout. We're gonna move over onto our belly into a prone position. Superman's thumbs up, legs hip width apart, lift the chest and the legs off the floor and lower back down. Lift and lower. Try to move in unison with those legs and arms. So you're lifting the whole leg off the floor if you can. You're lifting the chest off the floor. The only thing that has to stay down is that belly button. So everything else is fair game. Lift as high as you can. This might be one if you've had a C-section fairly recently to avoid, but for now, if you're several months postpartum or beyond, it's gonna be just fine. I want you to squeeze those shoulder blades together. Really push out of the floor. You've only got a couple more seconds, so let's get after it. Time, that's it. 10 minutes. That was workout number 5 from our Lose Your Mommy Pooch plan, so be sure to keep going with us. We've got 5 more workouts left, and we're gonna continue to build on these movements, heal, strengthen, and sculpt your abs, and achieve that flat belly, lose that mommy pooch. So we'll see you back here for workout number 6.